Hey guys, so it's your girl Tasha here. Um, we are starting our first coffee chit chat, and I have like this huge cup of coffee. Being though it's coffee chit chat, and I'm sorry I'm doing this on my phone, but you know the lighting in my house is all screwed up. Okay, so being though it's coffee, I am drinking Java in the Keurig cups. I got this. I'm trying to sit down without spilling on it. I got this. Like hair in my mouth. Oh my lord. Okay, I got this um, like a 12 or 24 pack of this coffee for at Christmas time that my mother-in-law got me. I'm just now drinking it because I just used my 48 Care Cups and I had so many boxes I was trying to get through. So I'm now drinking it in July, and today I am drinking, I'm almost done with it though. I am drinking Java Jungle, or Jungle Java, and what is it? Christmas cookie mixed. So, and it's two of them, and they're like, my Keurig cup makes like 10 ounces. So it's about 20 ounces in here. And it's 8 o'clock at night. Actually, I lied. It's 9 something. You see my clock? Yeah, it's 9 something. So, actually 9:20 to be exact. So, let's get into my coffee chit chat. Okay, let me sip. It's freaking hot, but it's good. Okay, so what's been going on with me? So I got back from Mexico. It's been about a month now. And I have not made a video. God, I almost dropped it. I've not made a video just because there's been a lot going on in my life. Basically, my daughter, like, actually this was a couple days ago, and I've been relaxing with the family, you know, because I didn't take my girls, my $3 to Mexico. It was just me and my husband, and it was our first trip without the girls ever. So I wanted to spend that time reconnecting with my girls because I missed them, and I called them every single morning, and I cried in the morning because I was like, I should have took my girls, but I know me and my husband need that time. But anyways, so a couple days ago, recently my daughter, one of my twins, because I have a set of twins, they're both girls, but one of the oldest twin, she actually had a seizure, a febrile seizure, and we were like rushing her to the hospital. So I've been up every morning until 7 in the morning. I haven't gone to sleep, just watching her in her sleep to make sure it doesn't happen again. And she has hand, foot, and mouth. And so yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And so that was the most scariest thing ever, because she had one a year ago, and actually 2 years ago, whenever she was 1, and I was at work. And so whenever they called and said, hey Tasha, you need to drive to the nearest hospital, that whatever hospital that you want your daughter to be taken to, because she had a seizure. And I was working like 30 minutes away from where her daycare was, so I didn't get to see her seizure. I seen the aftermath, and she was just very, very sleepy. And so yeah, to actually see a seizure and not knowing what's wrong, she had vomit on her face, which happens sometimes whenever someone is seizing. So I had my husband, thank God he's like in the medical field, because I didn't know at first what was going on, and I thought she was choking. She just kept shaking. I thought she was choking. And then I was like, no, I think she's seizing, you know. He was like, Tasha, she is seizing. And he was taking care of her, and I had to like walk away because I did not want to freak her out, because apparently they can still hear you whenever they're seizing. So I wanted him to keep talking to her in calm manner, because for any mother to see their child seizing, it's one of the hardest things in the world. But we took her to the hospital. I think it's like postictal period. It's the aftermath of a seizure. That was very heartbreaking as well for me, because she loves phones. As far as like, there's these games on there where they show like A's, and you have to drive the letter A onto the actual letter A, where you like, it's like eye hand coordination, knowing your letters. So she could not even, like, maybe I think it was an hour or two after her seizure, she put her finger on that, but she could not move it. She wasn't talking. Her mouth was clenched shut, and it did not unclench until she fell asleep, and then her muscles would start to relax. But she wouldn't talk to me, and she was just like out of it. She was like zoned, and it was heartbreaking. So she hasn't had another seizure since, thank God. So that's what I've been doing, making sure that my babies are okay. So anyways, but before that, I wanted to talk about Mexico. I've been wanting to do a video, and then that night, actually, I was going to do a video. I guess I was not meant to do a video. That night I was actually going to do a video to talk about Mexico, and then my daughter got sick, and so now I'm going to go ahead and do the video now that my baby's okay. Okay, so about Mexico, I had the best time in Mexico. We stayed at the Grand Oasis in Cancun. As far as location, the location of the resort was good. It was good. The bus stop to get to anywhere, take the buses whenever you go to Mexico, is like less than $1 in American money. But the bus stop was like right down the driveway of our hotel. It was awesome. I loved it. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. Me and my husband were actually talking about getting our vows done at the Grand Oasis, renewal our vows at the Grand Oasis. So it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They have shows. We actually did not go to Cocobongo or Senora Frogs because it's like $60-something for a cover fee. Whenever the Grand Oasis actually has the Coyote Loco, and they have a beach party every single night. So we were at the beach party, and we met some great, awesome people. Bali, if you see this, NYPD, Paul Walker, you know. If you see this, hey boo. But we met some great people, and we had tons of fun. As much drinks as you want, as much food as you want. So the entertainment was life there every single night. Now, what I wanted to talk about, though, was the excursions. We did some excursions, and I said in my hair video, if you watched that, I was doing pretty much every water excursion there was. I did the snorkeling, I did the swimming with dolphins, we went to Chichen Itza, and before Chichen Itza, they take you to like a cenote, where you're swimming in, it's like a water hole, but it's huge, and it's deep, and you swim with like, not sharks, but catfish. They're like that big. I don't know, that's like a Mexican catfish or baby catfish, I don't know what the hell they are, but they're catfish. They look like American catfish, but like on miniature scale. And that's so unlike me to get in water where there's fishes. You know, I know there's fish in the ocean, but every ocean I've been to, I've never seen fish. So that was awesome. And then the snorkeling, I almost had a panic attack because they want you to jump into, like, I did the speedboat tour. Sorry, it's like a jungle tour. And you drive a speedboat and you get to drive it. You follow the instructor, and you can take turns on the way there. It's like 30 minutes, and then on the way back, it's 30 minutes. And my husband drove first, and he was scaring the crap out of me because he was going super fast. And so my hand is shaking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this on my phone. So that was crazy. But then whenever we parked, they have like these ropes around these nets, so I guess the sharks can't get in. But they're telling you to just jump in open water, and the only thing that was running through my mind is the movie Open Water. And I'm thinking, oh my God, like Jaws is in here to try to eat me. And I see some big fish. In the part where they dropped us off, it wasn't that deep either, because my flipper, I don't even know, but the fins that you put on your feet, my flipper thingy touched the bottom at one point, I remember. But the fish were just swarming, and they were not scared of you. They're just, I guess, so used to visitors there. So they're not scared of you. They're just like, people, let me go. Get all close to them and try to scare them half to death. So that was not fun. I was in that water for like legit 10 minutes. And most of that 10 minutes is my husband trying to say, Tasha, breathe, 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 breathe. There's no fish on you. There's no fish. And we had we took the camera, I forget what you call them, but the camera that we could go underwater with, and so you can have a good time with, and you can see everything in the water. So I remember him at that point. I was like, oh my God, there's a huge fish by me. It's like, Tasha, there's no fish. That's a shadow. Well, I looked back at that tape. There was a huge fish beside me. Thank God I believed him, kind of. So my favorite part of that tour was actually on my way back. I got to ride the speedboat, which was awesome. And I made sure I paid back my husband for going as fast as he did, because I was cranking that thing as fast as it could go. And so that was like one of the best excursions. Chichen Itza was my all-time favorite because I learned about it last semester in my school that I had to take for humanities. We learned about Chichen Itza, so to actually see it and be in the arena and where and you see the hoops that the ball had to go to, and the part where they had to cut off the heads of the winner, and you see the graffiti on the walls carved in. It was beautiful. So I love that. That was my favorite part of the tour, hands down. But I wanted to talk about the excursions. Now, the Grand Oasis is going to charge you a buttload. I think the Chichen Itza tour is $150, $59 per person. So thank God me and my husband decided to try to just walk outside our hotel and just walk. I forget why we were walking. I know why. Because we decided to take a bus to try to go to Walmart. However, we took the wrong bus and then ended up in, it looked like a very, very dangerous neighborhood in Mexico. It was crazy. But we ended up finding Walmart, and instead of taking the bus, we just decided to just walk. Let's see how far we could get walking. And we walked like 5 miles in the hot sun. Walked for 5 miles, and we found some shops and stuff. But when we were walking, we did find people that were offering the excursions at a cheaper discount. And I know people were scared about timeshares and being dragged into a timeshare. However, the people we found, they weren't offering a timeshare at all. It's just that the commission, having that third person, that the hotel makes a lot of money off of the excursions, and so having that third person in there, and their commission rate is higher, so they charge you extra. So we paid, I think, $100 total for me and my husband to do the Chichen Itza. So I would say if you're gonna go to Cancun, go outside your resort and walk. And Cancun's pretty much, it's a pretty safe, if you're kind of staying in a touristy spot, it's safe. So walk outside your resorts and try to see if you can find anyone. Believe me, you don't even, I think we walked like 3 minutes, and then someone was already trying to sell us tours. So go ahead and book them with the outside the resort. That would be my advice to you to save some money. Another thing about Mexico. Now, this is the ultimate story about Mexico. The Grand Oasis, where we stayed. Okay, so we had the best time at the Grand Oasis besides the last day. Okay, so this is what happened. So me and my husband, basically, long story short, our checkout days got mixed up. We tried to fix it. They wouldn't. And basically, when we were ready to check out, they were saying that you owed $700 whenever it was not supposed to be like that. No, we were supposed to get the Expedia rate, and it was crazy because we went to stay an extra day. So $700, because if you don't book on Expedia, the price to stay at the Grand Oasis is $300 per person and some change per night. So it's like $700. So we're still fighting with them in the bank, whatever, to get that cleared up. However, other than that terrifying time, the last day at Mexico. Would I absolutely recommend this place? Absolutely. Make sure your days are already done in advance, but absolutely I would recommend this resort. I heard some awful things about the Grand Oasis, and I was terrified of actually going because of all the awful things I heard. But I mean, our room was awesome. We had it's a clear band. It's like Shinkan band, and it's the highest level besides the VIP. And VIP means you own like one of the timeshares that they'll try to get you in. And if you see someone in brown, or I think it's brown, yes, brown scrub tops, and they're saying, "Hey, how are you? How long have you been here?" Say like 5 days, and they'll basically, those are timeshare people on the resort, and they try to get you by a timeshare. Hold on, I'm talking really fast. Okay, so they want you to buy a timeshare. So usually they're outside the restaurant's entrance because there's so many restaurants to eat there. They're dressed in brown, and they'll say, "Hey, how many days have you stayed?" Oh, we say like 3 or 4, and they're gonna say, "Oh, okay. Have you did you get your gift from us?" It's a bottle of tequila. It's a pint-sized bottle of tequila at that. So basically, you're there for like 2 hours of your life they're trying to get you to buy a timeshare. So if you say to them, "Yep, I already received my bottle of tequila, thank you," they'll leave you alone. They'll leave you alone. So hint, say that you got your bottle of tequila if you do not want to be dragged in a timeshare at the Grand Oasis. Another thing, okay, the steakhouse. There's 2 with our wristband. We could have got into, I think it's like Priez. I didn't eat there. It's supposed to be really good, but like weird type of food, and I mean like oysters and squid and stuff, like octopus and some weird stuff. I'm not into that. So we didn't eat there, but we could have ate at the White Box, and I didn't like their menu either. So I don't know about those. However, the steakhouse, it's I think it was open at 6, so you want to get there at like 5:30, because that is one of the best restaurants there. I think I uploaded a video. I'm still trying to figure out how to put all these videos combined into one from my Mexico trip. But basically, it's pieces. They have like a chef in the back that's grilling a whole bunch of pieces of meat on a skewer, and they go ahead and come to each table with a whole bunch of different meats and cut it off. And they also have a buffet, which is so good. They also have this, everyone likes this one place. It's my God, it's right next to La Buffet. If you go to the resort, it's like this, I want to say like a Thai restaurant. It was okay to me at best. So I would say stick with the steakhouse, because once we found that place, we ate there every single night. And then also international buffet, because they also have a La Buffet. So international buffet was really good. And they're actually right kind of beside each other. So the La Buffet, we ate there for breakfast. It's mediocre at best. I think everything there besides the international buffet and the steakhouse, as far as restaurants, were mediocre at best. I'm trying to think. I had so much to get out. So I think that covers the food, the excursions, the nightlife. Like I said, Grand Oasis has a great nightlife. You'll meet some really cool people at the resort, and you can keep seeing them and different people every night. I'm trying to think. Nightlife. I think that was it. Alcohol, all inclusive. Food, all inclusive, as much as you want. It seems at night the only thing that was open was a sports bar, which was mediocre again at best. And I understand that though, because if it's all inclusive, they're feeding a lot of people as much as they want. So they're not going to go ahead and spend money on crab legs. However, the steakhouse did have prime rib. So they're not going to go ahead and like spend every single restaurant to have crab legs and prime rib and like the creme a la creme. So I get that. So I think that was pretty much it as far as the tips in Mexico. I would definitely recommend the hotel, even though I went through hell the last day. hopefully that will get fixed. But I would definitely recommend the hotel. I think that's it for much the hotel in Mexico. So definitely, I'm trying to think of another place to go. Me and my husband were definitely taking the kids this time. And I was thinking about going to Puerto Rico because I want to see where my family's from because I'm half Puerto Rican. And you also, I think we're going to go ahead and take the cruise, which is Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Lucia, and Dominican Republic, and some other places that I want to go ahead and visit. So we're trying to look at doing something in October or November for that. What else has been going on? And if you lasted through this whole video, God love you. Okay, so my husband, he graduated LPN school, so that's also another big thing, and the reason why we went to Mexico. One of the reasons why we went to Mexico, he graduated LPN school, and he got a job as an LPN too, actually. So he's going back for his RN, I think in a year. He's going back for his RN, and then he's going back after that to, I think ultimately it was a nurse anesthetist, I think was the ultimate goal. He keeps changing. Every time he gets into like, sees different things and works with different things, he keeps changing it, like what he wants to. I think right now he's into wound care. He loves doing like wounds and stuff. So I don't know, but yeah, so yeah, and I'm waiting until August again for my semester start up for teaching. Yeah, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this really coffee chit chat. I really wanted to just speed you up to say why I have not been on here like that. It's just been crazy. So thank you so much if you lasted through this whole video. God bless your heart, child. So thank you, and look for more videos and coffee chit chats. I had some other ones, but I didn't get to post them, and it's probably too late because it's not even current anymore to post them. So look for more coffee chit chats, and stay tuned if you want hair reviews. I do those as well. And plus size clothing. I'm going shopping pretty soon. Hubby just got a job, time to shop. So I'll be shopping soon, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.